share some things with you. So it's become very clear to me recently that I have a new mission in life, and I'm saying yes to it, and I'm leaping in ways that are beyond anything I thought were possible before, and it's really fun. And what my new mission is to help people realize that we're in a cage and the door is open. And the cage is our conditioning, the insanity of believing our thoughts and thinking that they're true, and helping people expand their capacity to be with themselves. So that's the foundational piece, to expand our capacity to be with ourselves, all of ourselves. So the conditioning is the judgment of the mind of this is good, this is bad, this is just, this is unjust, and so we can only tolerate some of what we're feeling, right? And probably the number one addiction that we have in our culture is busyness and thinking, because that keeps us from feeling. So if we can learn that we're not our thoughts, we're not our feelings, they're just waves of motion and the prime mover of energy and creativity there's a person, in ourselves and in life. So we expand our capacity to feel, and then we expand our capacity to be with ourselves, the full breadth of us. And from there, we can actually look at the beliefs that we've been living in. We can feel the full breadth of human experience, and we can decide if we want to keep living inside those beliefs. But the realization that the door is open and that there's infinite possibilities to fly into the most truest, expanded, authentic version of ourselves, which is also a returning to our essence, who we've always been. And what this will enable people to do is be themselves out in the world. That's what the world needs. We need to come back to not what we thought we were supposed to do or be, but this inner knowing, this clarity of being rather than knowing, and not be scared to be ourselves. When we were little, we had to be whatever we were told we had to be in order to be loved, in order to be fed, in order to be provided for. But we stay living in that cage even when the door opens. So my new mission is to help people go through the process of building the foundation so that it's safe enough to feel and experience the full breadth of yourself and life. And then from there, from a place of acceptance, inclusion, and love, we can start to dissect the beliefs. We can start to understand why we've been living the way we've been living and attracting the way we've been attracting. And we can choose if we want to try on something else. And then what happens is life rearranges itself around the expanded perception. I've done this in almost every area of my life. I'm currently playing with it in a new one. And I've gotten braver and braver, or according to some people, more and more careless or irresponsible, because I'm making such huge leaps with no net, and just seeing if I shift my perception, if I try on a new belief, like, will the world really rearrange itself? And I taught this workshop once in January, and it's really, really amazing what's happening in some of the people's lives since they flew out of their cage, right? And I have one friend, I don't think she would mind me sharing this, but I had them write a letter to themselves and be really like big and imaginative, and post date it 1 year from the event, basically like dreaming their life into being. and I'm going to mail it to them right before that year mark. And so one of my friends texted me today, and she wrote on her letter in January that 1 year from January she was going to be leading an international retreat, but she's never done anything like that and didn't know how it would be possible. And she didn't have to even make it happen. She texted me today, and there's a woman who leads retreats in Costa Rica, systems in place, but wants to add a yoga teacher, like yoga component to the retreat. So wants to invite my friend to come on, do the trip, I don't know, maybe get paid for it, and teach yoga internationally in January, 1 year from when she wrote the letter. And I mean, it just continuously makes my hair stand up, because I'm realizing that there's so much more freedom in being ourselves, and there's so much more fun, and life becomes more creative and less obligatory and heavy. And trust me, I know I've lived in survival for many years, and it's thrival time now, and I want win-win. I want us to uplift each other, to empower each other. And what I'm realizing is the more people get empowered, the more we empower each other. And we were raised in this culture, this cage that says in order to win there has to be a loser, and everything's a freaking competition. But I don't think that's why we're here. I think we're here to help each other remember the most exciting version of ourselves, which will inspire others and others and others, and I don't even know, it might heal the world.